The Giant Mole is one of the oldest bosses in the game, dropping basically 3 things worth picking up including the pet, and yet it is still a reliable moneymaker for those players looking to start their bossing journey. Then you have Zulrah, a large green snake living in a swamp that is known to drop some very nice uniques in addition to a nice pet. Despite this, there seems to be a negative vibe around Zulrah due to how supposedly bad the money has become here. With the help of a very special guest today, we're going to find out whether or not such a simple boss such as the Giant Mole is capable of earning more profit than Zulrah, a boss that is exponentially more difficult when it comes to its mechanics. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, and our special guest for this video is gonna be Too Small Paul. You may have encountered him in the wilderness while he is doing Wilderness Slayer or PKing. If you guys are interested in his wilderness content, be sure to check out his channel and subscribe to his channel. We are planning to make more of these videos if you guys are interested. So guys, we are here in beautiful Falador Park. You can get here using a Ring of Wealth or a Falador teleport. There are some requirements to killing the Giant Mole that would speed up your kills and make this boss much easier. The main thing being the hard Falador Diary, that way you can get the Falador Shield 3. The Falador Shield 3 allows you to see where exactly the Giant Mole is in the mole layer, so you don't have to waste your time running around to different parts of the area. Another good thing about the hard Falador Diary, they just nerfed the requirements. Now you don't need full prospector's outfit, you just need the helmet and you're able to complete the diary. Now an optional requirement is finishing the quest Making Friends with My Arm. That way you can light the fire of eternal light inside the mole layer. Otherwise, if you don't have that quest completed, it's not a big deal. You just need to carry around a light source in your inventory. But since I did finish that quest, I don't have to use an inventory spot on that, which is great. In terms of the other parts of my inventory, I have a locator orb, and since we are using Darox, it is key to have your HP at 1 or 2. That way you can be dealing the most amount of damage to the Giant Mole. You can also use a rock cake as well if you haven't finished the Dragon Slayer 2 quest. I'm also bringing a few super combat potions and 4 stamina potions. That should be enough to get me through 1 hour of Giant Mole, and the rest of the inventory will be filled with prayer potions, my spade, and a rune pouch with alch runes because the boss does drop some alchables. And in terms of gear guys, I am using full Darox and some additional upgrades. And in terms of total cost of the setup today, it is showing a 71.5 mil price check. Now of course, before you guys say anything, you do not need this expensive of a setup to kill the boss. You just need some Darox and some basic melee gear. Of course, you can swap the Primordial Boots out for Dragon Boots, the Torture out for the Fury, and the Ferocious Gloves out for the Barrows Gloves to make this a more budget setup. And last but not least guys, the quick prayers you do want to have set up for this boss is Protect from Melee and Piety as well. That way you can deal additional damage, and because you will be sitting at low HP, the Protect from Melee will prevent you from dying. So make sure you guys keep that on, it is essential. And guys, before I get into my example kill, I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Too Small Paul, who will go over his inventory setup and his total cost along with his example kill of Zulrah.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul and I'll be going over the Zulrah part of this guide for low requirement moneymakers. And speaking of requirements, let's go over what I personally recommend for this boss. You want to be able to at least cast Fire Wave. I would say, yeah, Fire Wave, so at least 75 magic, but if you can get 95 for Fire Surge, that would be awesome as well. So you can just, I think you'll be able to hit 40s either way, so that'll be fine. And you'll want to have Regicide Beat, just to get the requirements for Regicide, the quest Regicide Beat. And then for the last thing, I'd recommend, it's not a requirement, but I'm going to recommend it, is you're going to want to get 76 Agility for the Fairy Ring, BJS, and the level 76 Stepping Stone requirement. Super good, super good. Or you can be level 75 and use a Summer Pie. Super good. Super good. Makes it to where you don't have to blow 15k a pop to just come to the boss quickly. Because if you kill this boss 30 times an hour and you use Zolander teleports the whole way, that's 450k right there, right down the drain. So, don't want to be doing that. It can be worth it if you're power farming the boss and you just want to go for uniques and stuff. Like if you're collection logging, for sure do that. But if you're here to make money or learn how to do stuff, maybe not. So, alright, that's all the requirements you need. Also, you might want a higher-ish range level, like level 80 range. So you can use a Dragon Crossbow and Dragon Bolts, Diamond Bolts E and stuff. And let's go over the equipment I'm bringing. Now with this setup, I was going to originally bring a full Bofa setup, and I'm sure you saw several people run by with me with Bofa already. But this setup, I was able to get similar kills, like sub 90-second kills, which is what the Bofa does. Is like about sub 2 minutes, sub 90, like 2 minutes to 90-second kills. And I was able to do the same thing with this gear, which a Bofa setup is 200 mil. This setup is 45 mil, and I'll show you that in a second. But here's the gear from top to left. So for most of the damage you're going to be doing is with this. It was this gear: the Void Mage Helm, Imbued Guide Cape, Cult Necklace, Diamond Bolts here for the range switches. You want to have your Mystic Smokestaff. You want to have your Elite Void, your Tome of Fire with searing pages if possible, and then Elite Void bottom, or you can use the normal Void top and bottom. Void Gloves, Eternal Boots, and Ring of Suffering. And then in the inventory, you're going to be using a Dragon Crossbow, a Necklace of Anguish, Ava's Assembler, and a Void Ranger Helm with a Ranging Pot and an Anti-Venom. You don't need any magic boosting stuff like you would for a Trident with this setup. You're trying to smash Zulrah with fire spells. It's awesome. The new mage changes just came into everyone's mage defense. Super cool update. Opens up the game, makes it better. Doesn't hurt any of the old setups, but it just opens up new things, so you can squeeze more damage out. 2 prayer pots. Inventory of Karambwans are better. Karambwans heal for 18, and they only delay your attacks by less ticks than normal food. So it's like 3 ticks versus 5 ticks, so you can get back to DPS in the boss more. And you're going to want a way to teleport to a way to reset your stats, so you can either have a Ring of Dueling to teleport to the Ferox Enclave, or a Desert Amulet 4. And you can either have, and you're going to want a way to teleport to a fair ring. So you can either use house tabs to your fair ring in your house, or you can use your Ardoin cloak if you don't have access to a house like that, or a quest cape if you have all the quest beat. And then you just need wrath runes. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. This entire setup costs, let's see, bam, 45 mil, almost 46. A quarter of the cost with the same kill speed. It is a tiny bit harder to use, but just barely. Just barely. All you have to do is be able to just pray in time and do 4-way swaps. Just bam. 4-way swaps. That's it. And let's go over the mechanics of the boss. So Zulrah has 4 phases, which you don't need to memorize at all. You're just going to react to the boss. So we're going to respond to his forms. He has green form and magma form, which are the green and red forms that are both weak to mage. And that's what you're going to use Elite Void in, the Elite Void mage setup. But when he goes to, and you're going to pray range whenever you see those. So these are the quick prayers you're going to have set up. You're going to have Augury, Preserve, Range. I always like to have Protect Item because I PK and I never want to forget Protect Item, but you don't have to do that. But I'm going to do that. And then when you see him go into his blue phase, his Tanzanite phase, you're going to want to immediately switch to Mage and Rigor, and then go to your range setup. Just like that. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Just like that. Oh my god, I'm so bad. It's alright. See, mage switch, range switch. I usually do better when I'm in the thing. But yeah, you can just camp Tome of Fire. You're just doing a 4-way range switch, and you just want to get off as much damage as you can to Zulrah in his blue phase. And the blue phase is the most dangerous phase. So whenever you're having to go into this setup, that's when you're going to be taking the most damage, and when you're going to be ready to eat. So... And then while you're fighting him, there will be times where he'll stop attacking you and he'll just spawn snakelings. The Ring of Suffering will take care of all the snakelings. If they damage you, they immediately die to the Ring of Suffering. Super, super easy shit. And the last thing, that's pretty much all. And he'll just go around the room. So all you have to do is just not stand. And he also spawns smoke too. Just don't stand in the spot where there's no smoke, and do as much damage to the boss as possible. Try to only eat when you see him dive down in between phases, and then you can react to him with your prayers. So if he dives down when he's in green phase and he comes up in blue, pray Mage and Rigor and equip your range gear, and be ready to stand in a spot where you can attack him without getting hurt by smoke. And then the last mechanic Zulrah has is his quote-unquote Jad phase. It's not really a Jad phase because it's not random. He doesn't randomly attack you with Mage and range. He will very consistently go from Mage to range. But you have to pray against what's coming up next, not what you're seeing. So when you see him pray, if you're praying range and he's shooting a fireball out, keep camping range. And then when he goes to green spit, pray Mage. So when you see a fireball come out, pray range. When you see a green spit come out, pray Mage. It's kind of confusing, but it will also be in separate phase. But that is what it is, and I'll show it to you. But you have to when you see a fireball, pray range. When you see spit, pray mage. Spit mage, fireball range, and that's only for the Jad phase. For the rest of the fight, if he's in green phase, pray range. If he's in blue phase, pray mage. So super weird. I hope that would be one of the best updates they could make to Zulrah, honestly, is if like they made his projectiles work like Leviathans, where you can pray against what you're seeing, and it's not going to hit you until it connects to your character's body. That's not how it works with Zulrah. The damage is already calculated before you even see the projectile, so you have to pray the opposite of what you see when he's in Jad phase. It's weird, but it's not that hard. Anyway, let's go into a example kill here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and range up. Gonna run into the boss. And I'm going to click my quick prayers. I'm just going to immediately start attacking, just clicking the boss. I'm going to make my way over here to the east side, right? Always to this like little east side. Make it to this northeast corner, right? I kind of like to orient myself like this. Look at that, we're already doing good damage. Let's see if we get screwed. Oh my god, we got the ideal phase. Let's go. If you get the green phase right here, right away, you're going to do a ton of damage to him. What the fudge? Oh, why can't I walk over here? There we go. There we go. And, you know, he's summoning some little dudes. I'm gonna pre-move a little bit. He's gonna summon a magma phase right here, so I'm gonna walk right here. Oh my god. What is happening? Ah, horrible. Whatever. I'm gonna drink my anti-venom. I'm getting pretty beat up here. He's gonna attack twice now. Look at that. 3 phases. He's already halfway dead. I'm gonna have to eat after when he goes down. Alright, he's going down. I'm going to pray mage and rigor, and then I'm going to switch to my range stuff, and I'm going to click on the boss. Oh my god, the movement from my character is really annoying right now. Hit him for 33, 24. We're doing good damage right now. Oh, he was very humble. I'm going to pray range and augury, and I'm going to go switch to my mage gear. Alrighty. Oh my god. Yeah, super fast kill. I think he's going to be mage over here now. Yep. There we just respond. And we just continue shoot. Oh my god, that was a good hit. Can we get another good hit, please? Oh, I think he's dead. See ya, buddy. Bam, I used 2 food and 1 prayer sip. And just like that, a 93-second kill. Super fast. Super fast, boys. Alright. And I'm going to go kill this boss for an hour, and I'll give you a good old-fashioned loot check.
Now while Paul is doing his 1 hour of Zulrah, let's go ahead and do a quick example kill of the giant mole. So guys, I have located down to 1 HP, and as you guys can see, the Falador shield does allow me to see exactly on the map where the giant mole is. That way you don't have to run around and waste your run energy just searching the entire area for the mole. Let's go ahead and pod up and let's begin our kill. Well guys, as you can see, that took like 5 seconds, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this for 1 more hour. You guys saw just how easy this is. I'll see you guys for our 1 hour price check, and hopefully we can beat out Zulrah for a very nice money making video. And guys, there is the final kill for the 1 hour. Let's go ahead and do a quick price check before I sell off everything in the grand exchange.
Alrighty, time to price check. I killed Zulrah about 19 times. I did kill him exactly 19 times in that hour. I died twice back to back, so I probably could have killed him 21 times. So that's always fun. And this is all the loot I got. Let me just put it in here. And we got a spirit seed and an elite clue on top of that. So 1.3 mil an hour. And then let's see how much I spent to get to do that. For my supply cost, I used 46 Dragon Bolts E. Diamond Dragon Bolts E, which cost me 37k. I used 383 burnt pages, which cost me 52k. I used 217 recoil charges, which cost 3,618 coins. I used 92k worth of Wrath Runes, so 382 Wrath Runes is about 93k actually. I used 3 prayer pots, which is 30,885 coins. I used 3 anti-venom pluses, which is 30,249 coins, and I used 3 ranging pots, which is 10,038 coins, and I used 70 karambwans, which is about 41,790 coins, for a grand total of 299,467 coins. So I spent about 300k to make 1.3 mil. So I made a 1 mil of pure profit. Little over 1 mil of pure profit. And I didn't do my elite clue, and I can turn in the spirit seed for money at the farming guild if I want to. So I think that's actually like, if the elite clue is 100k, usually elite clue is about 100k, and I think you get about 100k per spirit seed. So made about 1.2 mil. Not bad. Zulrah's not insane money or anything, but he is a fun boss, and he's a good boss to learn. You need to do him anyway to get the hard elite done. All right, but yeah, that's the price check. That's how much I spent, and that's how much I made. Twisted Bow will give you the we'll give you the breakdown of both bosses.
Well, I gotta say, Paul, honestly, 1.2 mil from Zulrah is probably not what you want to see after putting in all that effort, going through all those mechanics. So let's see how much we made in pure profit right now. Guys, as you can see, our price check does show 1.5 million GP. And on top of that, I killed about 56 giant moles in that 1 hour. So that brings us to about less than 30k a kill. And guys, as you can see, the guaranteed drops, the noted mole skin and mole claw, gave us about 1.3 million GP on its own. In terms of supply, guys, I did use about 300k if you include the prayer potions, super combat potions, stamina potions, and the repairs to my Durox. So all in all, we did make about 1.2 million GP in profit, which ties us with Zulrah. Now guys, there are a couple of key differences you guys would need to know when it comes to these two bosses. The first thing is that the giant mole has consistent drops, but you will never get a very expensive drop. Whereas in Zulrah, you can get a Tanzanite Fang, you can get multiple items that are worth 2 mil or more. So if you get lucky, you can definitely make more money at Zulrah, but you do have to go through all those mechanics, and it does take a lot longer to learn, whereas the giant mole is a very simple click and run simulator, and is a great starting boss to anyone looking to start their bossing journey. So guys, in my opinion, between these two bosses, the winner in this episode would have to be the giant mole. Obviously, the effort is much less than Zulrah, and you make the exact same money. So on average, you can expect about 50 kills an hour, so you should be making at least 1 mil an hour at Giant Mole just off guaranteed drops. Before we go guys, I did get an opportunity recently to work with Creator Crafted. As some of you may know, Creator Crafted is a old school RuneScape merch shop that is run by YouTuber Crumb, and it has some amazing products. This is not a sponsorship for those of you wondering, but if you guys do use my link in the description, you guys can get 10% off your entire order. They do make some really nice products such as LED signs you can hang on your wall, and they make some very nice mouse pads and plushies which can be great gifts to someone whether they play RuneScape or not, and it goes a long way in supporting the channel. With that being said guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy this first episode collab with Too Small Paul. We do plan on making more in the future if you guys are interested. Be sure to also check out his channel. We did do an episode on his channel as well, so I hope you guys do enjoy that one. Yeah guys, once again, please subscribe to his channel, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you guys do want to see more of these episodes. I hope you guys take good care of yourselves, and until next time guys, peace.